Okay, maybe it's working now. Yeah, I don't know. I do not see this mic moving at all. Uh, let's see. Can anyone hear me? Okay, there we go. Now it's moving. I don't know if y'all heard everything I said for a while, but I was just saying that yeah, we'll definitely talk about a lot of things on them Thursdays. So Thursdays will continue with me. I said I do like the show and I do like talking about NFL with you guys. I hope you guys love enjoying hearing me talk about it. But let's go ahead and let's get into it. We are already 6 minutes in. We like I say, it's a 2 hour show. Well, I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts about the draft. I'm gonna go down the list. I have the actual list. Like I said, I will be pulling it up here on the ESP. In um, page. Let me turn this. We are live on that because I definitely want to get into. I seen some new line bets that I think you guys can be interested in. If we don't get to the DraftKings, like you know, what are the odds if we're in the negative? Is are we in the Are we doing okay? It might be should be coming up now. Few, I don't know. Okay, there we go. So we had the NFL draft this past week. As you know, we all know who was the number one draft pick was not a shot of a doubt. The school of Indiana and came and got drafted by the Raiders. I was not surprised about this. We all knew that this was a biggest thing for me was the shock of they already had a commercial for the seeing something. The last time I think I did see someone like that is maybe Baker, um, being in this kind of situation where you had all these commercials come out. He has the Indeed commercial. See the video of him they coming out. I think it was maybe his little brother where he didn't dap him up. It wasn't no, for not trying to do it, but they're trying to just so PR this kid and your emotions. You're happy, you know, you know things like that won't be in your mind. But they redid the whole video, and the one that was shown on the NFL was a whole separate video of the one that was actually showed if you were watching it live. So it was crazy. When they reshot it was because they showed them twice where they draft them, and then you can see the first reaction, then they'll reshow it again. So it's two separate videos, even when you was watching it live. A lot of people caught that. But I do like this pick from the Raiders. This was something that we talked about throughout the whole all season, guys. As I started early, and we talked about this, the how much the Raiders need a quarterback. I did like a lot of moves that the Raiders did, which we will go over them. Like I said, we have to remember that most of these guys are rookies starting out, and they're going into a pro athlete division now. These guys are the division they're going in, the, the sport they're going in. And these guys have been vet. Where do we go from here? When are we going to get him to start immediately? And they got lines. I don't think so because they signed um, the other quarterback from Atlanta for 4 years. And in the preseason, they might be filling out, seeing what kind of game strategy fits him. I think they're going to keep building. Could we see him the second year? Maybe, because you never know if someone can get injured. You put him in, and he might come out and phenomenal. I think the Raiders definitely concentrated on their line, and they did it in the draft. So I do give them kudos on that because they was like, just in case. We're not just protecting the quarterback we got now. I think they want to protect Mendez too, just in case. And I think that's was something they was going into their mind as we get into the NFL season. It says here he's like 6'4", weighs 235 pounds, so pretty decent to be a quarterback. His grade was like 92, and he was overall ranked at number 2 before they. That's how they ranked him in the draft. As we went into the draft, I think our second one here is the edge protector that went to New Jersey. I did like this move from New Jersey. Is David Bailey. I I I this was something that I said when we was doing our mock draft. Shouts out to underdogs when we was using the mock draft for underdogs. Love those guys, everything they've been doing. So shouts out to those guys. Please support them too. They talk about sports too, much like I do. But I do like this move from the Jets. Great move at edge. I think they do need this, but I don't think this does anything for Gino. Gino has every now and then those moments. Don't get me wrong, but I still am worried about the interceptions. I mean, the guy does put up a lot of interceptions now. Maybe he does. Can he do different under a different coach? Yes, I'm not saying that. Can he do different under another? Have to wait and see. I do like this from the Jets, getting on David. He's 6'3", he's 251 pounds. He's that edge. He was graded 92 too. He was ranked overall 3. I do like this move from them. He came from Texas Tech. I think they do need this. I think this is a way you can start rebuilding your Jets team because they do need that rebuild because they have tried everything. And I think they got Gino, but I don't know how much they can do with Gino. We're going to definitely, I think they did draft a quarterback, which is interesting. So I think if Gino starts doing really bad, I think they're going to go with their draft quarterback who they did get. And we're going to talk about that here soon down the line because from the Jets, let me put up this one so it won't take up the space. I do like this Love move. The running back from Notre Dame went to the Cardinals, and we're gonna at first when they did that, I was like, this is interesting. And I was like, I didn't know why, and they did it in the second round. It's not the first round. It was the second round. I was drafted quarterback Blake from Miami, University of Miami. He did very well. I know about him because I'm a big fan of the Hurricanes, Miami Hurricanes. I reason why I know of him because of um the year before, because quarterback last year he could have been. I thought we had another quarterback, but he could have been the quarterback too. That took us to that national championship. But if he is, man, I mean, this is a great move for the Cardinals. I was saying that the Cardinals need pieces. They went and got a running back, and I think they did get a decent quarterback. Before they got him, they made sure most of the other slots was filled, which I don't blame them for doing that. And then going to get a quarterback. I mean, they played wise with their picks. You seen a lot of people doing a lot of swaps, a lot of trades at certain slots. Dallas did a certain slot and went another got earlier and went earlier. I know them and the Browns did a swap. I remember that. I was watching it in real time, so it was a great first round. Like I say, guys, I feel like this was most decent first round ever. I think they did phenomenal numbers when it came to round one in the NFL, and they was in Pittsburgh. And you can, I mean, every time the Browns, the um, the Ravens, and the Bengals came up, they was born, and because that's their rivals. So I think that's something that I think that will always live in Steelers Nation. The Steelers did pretty decent when it came to drafting too. I feel like they didn't have to do too much, but they did enough to do what they need to do to fill their spots when it came to filling up spots. But hey, we got the running back that from Notre Dame goes to Cardinals, and in my mind, I did not know where he was going to go. I didn't put him with the Cardinals. Um, I forget where I drafted him. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I had him maybe going to Tennessee, Saints maybe. I had them going somewhere else because I was thinking that I didn't know what direction the Cardinals were going to go because I thought they was going to go defense first. Because on when I went on the mock draft, it was saying they need a lot of defensive players, so I thought they was going to go defense first, or maybe someone on the offensive line first. But this was maybe one of my shockers of the draft week. Not a bad pick. Like I say, this was maybe a great pick when it comes to them. I do like this pick, and I do like this move. He's 6 foot, 212 pounds. I think he probably is going to probably have to put on a little more weight because that line is like three something. So he's going to have, especially if they're going to use him for the ground and pound um, running game, or he's going to have to really look for those lanes to open up to get through, or make a way to make a lane open up to get through those lanes. I think that's what they're going to do. I would not be surprised if Cardinals have a decent running game this year. I think they will have a decent running game from what I seen them put together. If you ask me, I just that's what I'm thinking so far. He had a 91 grade. He was ranked for overall and fourth of the from the scouts. So shouts out to him. He falls at the number 3 slot. And this is what I'm not surprised about this number 4 pick, guys. If you came to my show, this was a pick that I said could have happened, and it happened. It was something I was worried about. I wanted Tate to go to the Browns so bad, but the Browns did get the wide receiver. They got a wide receiver. I'll say it was just not the wide receiver. I want to know the duo between him and Ward is going to be crazy. I would not lie to you guys. The Titans are going to have a better season than they did last year. They will not be stinking up the joint. We know how bad it was last year. This is something I was telling you guys before I even watched the draft because I noticed it from watching the NFL last year when me and CJ was coming on. It was a lot of times the beginning of the year, the teams that was doing good started off started off doing good, and at the end of the season or the middle of the season, they was doing bad. And I was telling you guys, a lot of teams that were bad last year are going to come out being good. Now, will the season be the same this year? Maybe not. I feel like the Titans can really put up a good fight. They seem like they do finally got a good offense, and this is one of the places, one of the people that I feel like can change their offense. He's 6'2", 192 pounds. His grade is a little low for me, but I've been hitting a lot of things for him. But I think if he's going to come and approach this, he's at a 89. If he approaches it where he's like, hey, I still am being doubted. People probably are doubting me. I think he can. I think if he wants to go out there and prove himself, he will. He'll go out there and prove himself, and then probably do phenomenal numbers. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. If you ask me, but I do like this move. I just wanted him to go to Browns, and then right after this, I think it was either right after this or before this, the Browns had traded a pick, and I was like, what are the Browns doing? Because there was a lot of good wide receivers still on the board, and I was starting to get worried, like, okay, is Sanders going to start? And I still got that question. And I seen a lot of Brown fans saying that this is our quarterback for the future. They're already ready to replace Sanders. I'm like, man, look, this kid is good. He's the first quarterback to throw. Sanders threw like 300 something yards. He was the first quarterback to do that in his rookie season since Joe Burrow. So I mean, that was just automatically something that you know um, I think we had to take a look at, and I think this kid is not getting a fair shake. If Sanders does start, and I did say this, I said that he's going to have to really show everyone that he's got it. And I think that's going to be the tip on the shoulder. But I'm really interested in seeing what the Browns are going to do. I think this match, I think the schedule came out or it's about to come out. I don't see it on here. I can't wait till the schedule comes out, guys, because there's a lot of. I'm going to give y'all guys my definitely thoughts on this year's schedule because of the way I've really been watching this and really kind of trying to understand the who will be the bets. I think that's something that um, it'll be good for us this year because I will have a great assessment of these players. If you ask me, so I think that's something we will definitely look at once we take a look at things. Let's look at the and like I said, yeah, he fell at number 4. I knew that was coming. And so we go to number 5. I think the fifth pick stayed in New York, if I'm not mistaken. Um, Great job from the Giants. They got a linebacker. Um, the Giants did a great job when it came to drafting too. They got the linebacker Reese out of Ohio State. I think three. Yeah, I'm looking at it. I think this was the first time Ohio State had 3 players that went into the draft at number in the first round, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was the thing that they was saying when we came into the when after the first round was over. So it was something that we all took a look at, and I mean, hey man, it was crazy to see that. So it was something that I really am proud to see. I mean, Ohio State is one of those colleges that I do like. They do great job. Um, doing their players, and I mean having phenomenal players. I mean, we all know Marvin Harris Jr. came from there, and he's now on the Cardinals, who we talked about earlier today, who greeted Love like immediately soon when they announced he was on the team. I did like that. I did like the way that he did that. Like I say, I know people like, well, what about the quarterback? They was looking for a quarterback, and I feel like they got that quarterback. If you ask me, the Cardinals, who I'm talking about. So I think that's something we have to keep seeing and keep go for this year as we look along. I'm really interested in seeing how Reeves is going to do with the Giants. I do like that pick. I do like them going to the Giants. He's 6'4", 241 pounds. I think he will probably put on a little more weight as he gets along into the NFL because he's on that line. He's a linebacker. His grade is pretty decent. He's got a 92, and he was ranked number one overall. And we was hearing a lot of things about on here. You heard me talk about him quite a lot, quite a few times on the show. I was waiting to see where was he going to fall. We knew he was going to go to round one. I just wanted to see what team was he going to go on. He went on the Giants. So hey, I mean, that was no shock. I feel like the Giants needed that, and we'll see. At number six, like I say, I know the Browns went down, but at number six, the Kansas City Chiefs got the LSU player. Um, he's 6 feet, 187 pounds. He's the cornerback of LSU. I This was another one I did see. I've been hearing some things, great things about him. This helps the Chiefs defense, which I think that's definitely something they always need. I think when the Chiefs defense is good, they are good. The offense is good. The offenses flow very good. It seems like they feed off of their defense. It reminds me of what Pittsburgh used to be like back in the day. I think Pittsburgh has to be that team again. They have to find that identity to become the team of being feeding off of their defense. I think their defense for the Steelers has to stop the run and be that team to stop the run again. But I do like this move from the Chiefs. Not a bad move from the Kansas City Chiefs. Great move on that. Give them. I think if I wanted to grade this, I would give them an A. Yeah, you can see. Okay, the Chiefs was the one that moved. The Cleveland moved this pick, and they went down. So Cleveland moved from this pick. That's how the Chiefs got this pick. So I see it down there now, as I'm looking at it below. Let's go to our next pick, number six pick. Sony Styles, man. Shouts out to you, man. Commanders. I think this is a great big move, splash move from the Cardinals. Um, Washington Commanders. I do like this. I said the Commanders have a lot to prove. I think that's something that even in this draft, I did see them doing that and coming out and being that team where they are going to be. They come in like they was going to be that team that's going to come in and try to um just start off new, start off fresh. And I think that's something they knew. Sona Styles, he's 6'5", 244 pounds. He's already in that good category for the Cardinals. Um, you have him. They ranked him at 91. Um, well, his grade was 91. They ranked him number seven overall. He ran a 4.46. He ran four seconds, 46 seconds, and 46 minutes in the 40-yard dash. That's pretty fast. So that's pretty good. Um, I like I say, this is another person that we seen that we've been talking about here on there. He will be their linebacker. I say a great move from here. If anyone knows this cat here, his brother actually plays basketball. I think he plays for man, I cannot think of his brother right now, but his brother plays basketball. I think he plays for I think he plays for Detroit, if not I'm not mistaken. It could be Detroit or Philly. But yeah, Taylor, um he's from he's from Arizona State, goes to the Saints. The wide receiver, we've been hearing a lot of great things about him. And I told you guys before the season started, before the Saints even start drafting, I said the Saints might win their division. I still will believe the Saints will win their division. I said it when we was looking over bets. And as we go on into the season, as we look into some of the bets on DraftKings, guys, you don't use your Miami safe bet. I say how much amount you can use to build. It's nothing wrong with building your bankroll. Build it so you won't be spending, because you spend, you go all out on one bet. Then you're only adding on to that bet. I'm telling you guys, the Steelers are going to win the division. I would not be shocked if they don't. I think I will say it now. Now, as we get into the season, will my pick change? Yes, on Thursdays, if they're playing on Thursdays, or if we're talking about it when me and CJ are on NFL recaps, the EVP recaps with NFL recaps with CJ. I'm gonna say, hey, I thought they was gonna be good on paper. They are looking phenomenal. They ended their season phenomenal. I feel like the Saints have what it takes to get over the hump this year. Their division um, is a little easier than it was last year. I think them and Carolina will be maybe battling for that number one spot, but I feel like that's something that um we will see. I feel like they're going to take over um that division. Now Carolina could still do good, but I have to say I'm going to love this Carolinas and Saints game. Man, those games are going to be crazy. Now I'm not saying that Atlanta plays them tough. Everyone plays you tough in your division. We have to remember that. I think the South division is going to play tough, but I think the Saints are going to win a lot of their games. I think the only games they'll probably maybe lose, or they'll kind of it'll go back and forth, is maybe right now the Cardinals. I mean, not the Cardinals, but Carolina Panthers. So those are the only ones I can see right now where we'll be having those great battles between them. So hey, and this is another um, person I wanted to go um, to the Browns. So the Browns did drop down to number 9. They went and got a OT. They did do they swap for Kansas City, like we said earlier. I do like this pick. Fernando's, he's 6'5". He's 311 pounds. He's from Utah. His grade is an 88. He was ranked 19, but this right here does give me a offensive tackle. They're building that line up, so that did kind of put me in confidence a little bit. Like I say, it wasn't something I what they wanted, yes, but it was something the Brown fans wanted. I don't know. I wanted them to get a wide receiver so I can know, but I we said it when we was on the show that they could go offense or defense on the first pick. So this was not no shock for us as we continue. Let's continue now. We're back at number 10 with the New York Giants, who did they did do a swap with the Cincinnati Bengals. So if you guys are wondering why we're breaking up them, like I say, a lot of something that makes the draft exciting. I feel like made it exciting. I loved it, and I love watching, seeing it. actually happening and and in 4K in front of me here. Hold on, guys. I got a grip and a drink. I'm dropping. I'm dropping gas. Cameras and thing. Okay. All right, we're back. Had to just take that break. Shouts out to everyone that's coming in. Before we get to our next topic, shouts out to everyone. Please keep supporting DWTV. Shouts out to all the new shows that are on DWTV. If you don't know, the Smoke Session has been added to DWTV. It comes on Wednesday at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But if you want to get some more content later on tonight, join CJ. That's right, CJ will be live with the EVP recap of the NST. He will be recapping everything that happened on NST. That's at 11 o'clock. Well, no, actually, it's 10 o'clock. My bad. 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time for you guys that watch NST. You can also come back tomorrow for the first time ever. We will actually have a show. The slot is not empty no more. Like I say, the Smoke Session, the new show that is added to DWE TV and DWE. We'd like to welcome the family from Smoke Show. Shouts out to Body Slam. Those guys are doing numbers and killing numbers over there. So we'd like to thank our new people who are being added to the DWE team. We're billing and we're not stopping, man. We're here. You can like it, you can love it, you can hate it, but you're gonna respect it. Shouts out to you guys that's joining us. And then Thursday, I am back here with you guys again at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, talking about some more NFL stuff, bets, trades, everything that's going on in the NFL. So I hope you guys are here joining me for that. Once we get down to the NFL stuff. So join me for that. And later on that night, CJ will be back at 11:30 on Thursday, 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. He will be covering TNA. That's EVP recaps again on Thursday and Friday. That early Friday, I'm pretty sure around probably like 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock. It's after the Slam podcast, doing his content, interviews. He does his commentary, or he's doing something where he's showing you guys where wrestlers are doing stuff where they're doing their wrestling schools. I think it's one of the most unique shows we have on DWE TV. I love it. So if you guys want to tune into that on Friday, that's maybe one of the earliest shows we have on DWTV. So shouts out to you, Slam. Appreciate you doing that. And later on that Friday night, you get CJ 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where he will be covering SmackDown. That's right, SmackDown, WWE SmackDown. If you guys are wrestling fans, go over there and check that out. And then you can come back Saturday. The show, that's right, DWE Radio, the radio that's not on the radio, with me and my beautiful co-host, the Final Boss Baby. Well, we will actually give you our thoughts about news that happened on the wrestling week, things that happened on Raw, things that happened on SmackDown. Just really give you our thoughts. And guess what? You can call in on that show and be a guest speaker on the show. It will be a link on the pages. If you go follow my page, Miami 305, you go follow the Talk It Up podcast page, you will see that link right under, right above the video, and click that, and you will come in and we'll put you on the call and give us your thoughts about what the wrestling week. And then we start off the week again with he will come on 4 p.m. Slam will be back on again doing his same normal content of either interviews or doing his commentary, or like I say, showing us about the wrestling schools or showing us belts. You never know. Sometimes Slam does different things. You never know. Like I say, he does a lot of indie wrestling stuff. So you like indie wrestling? We have that here too. Slam is your guy. I think that's the show you want to go to when it comes to. When I say indie, I mean indie. Canadian wrestling. That's him. The best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. After the Slam, catch him 4:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Sunday. And guess what? We have. If you want scoops, I'm talking about those wrestling scoops. You want the news to be broken to you early. Guess what? We have the Sunday scoops with the EVP, 6:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday. And they kick us off throughout the week. And we're right back to where we is, because Monday we have the rundown with the host Greg and his new co-host. You heard it here first. His new co-host, the man, Kyle the Man Anthony. They will be doing the rundown of the Raw card. This will be their first time last week. Shouts out to Smoke Session guys that stepped in for Kyle and Greg. They did a phenomenal job. If you missed it, you can go back and look at it. It's on DWE replay page. That's DWE replay page where you can go and check that out. They did the rundown. Shouts out to them. Greg and Kyle will be doing the same thing where they'll be giving y'all the rundown and give y'all the thoughts about what they think about what's going to happen on that night of Raw. That comes on at 7:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Monday. They will kick us off on Monday. And then right after that, if you want to see what actually happened and what actually went down, you come back and join our golden boy of DWE, CJ EVP, for the Monday night Raw recaps. He will be going over that 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. That is the schedule. If you do forget it, guess what? Put the Miami the Great 305 on notification. Put that Talk It Up podcast on notification, because those shows will also be guaranteed be on those pages. It will guaranteed be on the Talk It Up podcast page. All the podcast content that we have coming to you will either be on one of the pages. So shouts out to everyone who's doing the thing. DWE is doing our thing. We're doing our thing over here. So shouts out to everyone. But let's get back into this, back into our picks. And shouts out, like I say, to everyone that came through and stopped by. We at 100 now, so shouts out to everyone that's coming in. Now, next and for not least, I was crazy tripping over this pick, and I told y'all before we got into drafting. What did I say to you guys? What do the Cowboys like doing? They love drafting defensive player, and what did they do? They draft a defensive player. First pick, Caleb Downs. I love this pick. He's 5'11". He's 206 pounds for Ohio State, another Ohio State player. He was ranked number 6, 91. I love this pick. He is a safety. My thing is how he's going to do when we get to the Dolphins. I meant the Cowboys. I do like this pick. I do like this trade here. I meant this pick from the Cowboys. But yeah, I do like this. We know they're still having some problems with Pickens. Jerry picked some good guys. It's just he doesn't want to pay him. That's the thing I can't see. One of his downs is good if he comes out to be good. Jerry, are you going to pay him? We know what happened to Michael. He went to Green Bay. and the rest has been history. Hopefully he's going to recover and come back. We haven't seen the full potential of Green Bay. Can't forget about that. So Green Bay, I'm still suspecting Green Bay to have that good defense when it comes to defense. That's something that I definitely want to look out for and will be looking out for. Kettle Downs is going to be someone I will keep my eye on. Probably put him on a couple of interceptions lines there, guys. If you want to put it down on interceptions, we're going to definitely look at some of those money lines or pick lines. I'm pretty sure the Cowboys will play on a Thursday, so that will be something we will be definitely discussing. Because, like I say, those Thursdays we're going to get right into talking about bets for 2 hours. Just talking about bets, how the game might go down. Let guys look at it. I think the Thursday show is going to be very different. Looking at using ESPN, looking at how many yards, going back, looking at bets, seeing, just kind of projecting where we think that player will get that night. I think we're going to make a lot of money on Thursday. And hey, me and CJ has a Discord that you guys can be in. We drop all those money line slips. So hey, you guys want to be in that? There you go. But I will be dropping some stuff and seeing, hey, can we hit number 12, where the Dolphins finally are on the board and they got an OT player or offensive tackle. I liked this. This wasn't bad. Pretty decent pick. He's from he did come from Alabama. They did swap with Dallas, so I don't know if this pick came earlier or later. I think Dallas was early pick, so I think this was a earlier pick for Dallas, or they just jumped ahead of them. Um, and they got this Alabama player. He's 6'6", 352 pounds. His grade is an 88. Um, something that you want to look out for. They got him at 17. His height is pretty good. I do like the weight because he is an offensive tackle, so that's pretty good. I think the one for today is and I have to find the video because I want you guys, when we look at this Nate's pick. Let me see. Can I hope I got it on you on X, because I was about to say YouTube. I hope I got it on X, man, because man, this Nate's pick, while that's pulling up, guys, this was maybe the most shocking pick from the Los Angeles Rams. T.Y. Simpson, the quarterback from Alabama. I did not guess this, guys. This it, I and the when it came out, I was like, "What the heck is going on?" I'm like, "Is Matthew Stafford finna retire?" And I was like, "No, Matthew Stafford's kind of young." I was like, "Well, is he going back to Detroit?" I was like, "What is going on?" It was crazy, man. This was maybe one of the most craziest things I probably ever seen that night in the draft. I'm trying to pull up the coach of the Rams, but I can't pull it up right now. But they were saying that, man, he was hot. He was like smoking hot of this pick. So I don't know if this pick didn't go through. They didn't let him know. I know there was a video of him when he got on the phone, and hold on, guy. I think I can pull it up. When he got on the phone, tell just his whole demeanor was like he was not too happy with the pick, because like must have been to get ready to replace Matthew Stafford. What's the point of doing this? And I'm like, man, especially with the stuff that's going on with Puka Nakua, and now this, it seems like the season already. You know what I'm saying? Are we already heading into the season with problems already? And I think that's something we have to look at and just really kind of assess as we get ready for the season. I was most shocked of this, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Let me see if I can find. I'm trying to find. It's the most shop move. This in the Caleb Tapes pick was maybe my two picks that made me say, man, I seen it coming for Caleb Tapes going to the Titans. I said it here on when we was doing the mock draft on the underdogs because once I seen how some of the picks was falling, I was like, guys, I think this and this could happen. Um, far as the picks, and I was like, hey, this might happen, and this might fall this way, and I seen that coming, so that was something that I had called already. But this right here, I thought the Cardinals was going to try to grab him because I thought he was going to fall down a little later. Draft when I was doing the mock draft, it was I actually like dig through there to go get him because I thought you heard so much about the Jets maybe getting him. You heard so much about the the who else it was? I know it was the Jets and it was another team I can't think of right now. I think it was the Dolphins. But you heard every other team but LA Rams. And I'm like, I thought the Rams was gonna get a defensive player needed. I don't remember them even saying they needed a quarterback when we was looking at the I was like, that wasn't even I'm like, what are we doing here? So it caught me off guard, guys. It really did. I'm really shocked about it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't think that it was gonna be like this, but I mean, hey, who knows, man? We'll have to see where what is it gonna go. Pull up that video because it is funny. He was like, I mean, dude was hot, man. The head coach was like, it. He was like pissed. It was like, and the video went crazy about. Even when they picked up the phone, I think that video went on seemed like it was a little upset with this pick. But hey, man, see, Ty Simpson is on the LA Rams. I would never guess that. The Raiders, I mean Ravens, actually did a good job. They went and got old guard from Penn State. I do like this move. It was a pretty decent move. Not a one of those splash players that you would think right off the cuff of the picks that I feel like would have made us feel like, oh, this was a great move. But he's at an 88. You can see his score from there. I think his score is pretty decent. Is messing with my camera, guys. Pretty decent. I think I'm still too dark, but his score is pretty decent. It was one of the scores that was one of the scores that I don't feel like it says as great as 88, 15. Um, can it be good for him? It could be. I mean, we'll have to see. When we get down to the, I feel like nitty gritty of things. I think this is something that definitely will be a pick where we definitely got to see them just really like go from something to nothing. You ask me. As we get down to the picks. But yeah, I mean, who knows? 15, you got you had Tampa Bay. They picked the a edge protector from Miami. This was something I think I did say too. I did I said this at one of the marks, and it gave me a crazy grade because it was like, this is unlike. I think it said it was like not um paddable or something. It gave me some weird thing where it had my grade. That's when I had got my thing. Well, hey, they could get Tampa Bay because at where they was at, I think I had this guy, and I was like, well, maybe they can still draft this guy into the at an earlier pick, but they swapped their picks, and I was still thinking that maybe it's a possibility that this is the way they could go. And I'm not gonna lie, I was like, well, okay, it could go this way, and it didn't go that way, but I still feel like it could have. I did like the way they did this. I think we have to see where we go where we go from next as we go along the NFL picks here. So this was something I did call out, guys. From Miami. We're back with New York Jets. The Jets went to go get a tight end. I have heard a lot from this tight end. Let's take a look at his grade because I was hearing a lot once this draft was going along and going. From Oregon, he's 6'3", 41 pounds. This does give Gino another target to throw to, but like I say, when it comes to throwing, I think I worry about Gino intercepting. I think that's what worries me the most when it comes to him. When we get to, just worrying, where are we going to go when, when he gets out and go, get ready to throw the ball. And I think that's something that I really definitely am a little worried about when it comes to the Jets. I think that's something. I think they're going to go with their backup quarterback. The Lions went to go get Blake Miller from Clemson. I did like this move. It was a decent move. Like I say, I think the Lions already kind of got the team to get over the hump. I think they just gonna have to find that's something that they are trying to do when we get to down to the NFL season with them. So that's something that we have to keep keeping an eye on and keeping a scene on as we look at some. But I like this move, Blake. It was decent. Let's look at his grade real quick. Let's see where he's at. What did they give him as it pulls up? They gave him an 82, so that's pretty low. That kind of concerns me. But he's with the Lions. Would they use him? Maybe. I feel like the Lions are stacked up. It could go up more. We could see some um some things from him. Who knows? I think that's something we will see from him. So you never know. It could we could see something come out with him right off the bat. This young fella. So we'll have to see. Let's see. And we got the defensive tackle from Florida State. Thanks. I do love this for Minnesota. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I feel like Minnesota could be a team that could get over the hump and be better. This was another team that I was telling you guys that may be better, will be better, and is going to be getting better. I feel like in the draft they did very good. They made some great moves. I do like this. I do like this next one too from Carolina. Feelings from Georgia, OT. I do like that move. Carolina did make some great moves too in this draft to make sure they are going to stay dominant. So that's something that we do got to keep a eye on as we get on into this season of the NFL. So that's something that I think you guys, all of us, want to keep a eye on and keep a lookout on. If you ask me, guys, as we go along, as we go along in this draft, I think that's something that we will at. I do like this here. Man, oh man, I did not know about this kid. It was much said about him. Lemon, man, seems like a great kid. Um, have seen some videos on him. Came from UFC. Wide receiver. This does has me saying that now Brown could be possibly out the door. So that's something that I think could happen. So we could see that a possibility where Brown could be maybe getting traded. There are high rumors that Brown could be going to New England because we know that Diggs is now not on New England. I do like this. They do have him on the line. They got him doing some crazy numbers. So, um, will he get a lot of receptions? Maybe because they might. If especially we go away from Brown, you can see the other wide receiver we have will be probably getting covered mad like a madman. So I can't see that happening. We can't see a possibility of them double covering, triple covering um, the guy and all over the guy. I feel like that's something that we will definitely see as we go along into this NFL season. So that's something I'm looking out for when it comes to this right here, guys. As we look at draft, I do like this. I love the kid. His response. At first he was drafted. Um, I think it was either Green Bay or somewhere. Someone else drafted him first, and then the Eagles traded right at the end, and it was very interesting how they did it. Um, hey man, I like it. The move. You asked me, I just say, hey man, you're here with us now, and we're here from where we're here at, and we're gonna see what we gotta see. And like I said, here we go with the Steelers. The Steelers did a OT move from Arizona State. Um, I like it. Like I say, I think the Steelers are going to still be trying to find their identity, trying to find their path of where they want to go and how they want to go. And I think this is something that they definitely are going to try to go to and get that out the way with them. I think that's something we have to wait and see once we get down into the season of the NFL this year. So, um, great draft work for them when it comes to the Steelers. Like I say, OT move from Arizona. We got another person that came from out of Miami, another edge. I do like this from the Chargers. The Chargers are another team. I was telling you guys, and I told CJ, and I still might still be in my maybe going to the Super Bowl pick right here, and I feel like they could go to pick. What's up, Nathan? Yo, I don't know. Sports. What's up, final balls? Football. What's up, y'all? What's up? But yeah, I do like this Charger move. Chargers I had down for a pick. We're back at the Cowboys, and guess what, guys? They got an edge. And I told you guys, either he wasn't gonna draft no wide. He's gonna be offensive lineman people, or either or defense. I don't know how you draft. It's like that's just plain and simple. But I'm not gonna lie. I did them the way they did this. I do like the way they are the way they did draft. It really was a big um the Dallas Cowboys are the Cowboys. This right here, like I said, I don't have nothing against this. I just didn't. I felt like we could have got a better wide receiver. We're down to this right here. We're down. far in the pick, but like I say, it could be some good things come out of this. He's 5'11", 190 pounds. Um, he's got a grade. He's 86. He was ranked 32. He's coming out of Texas A&M. Like I say, I feel like it could have been we could have did better with a pick here. I just wish that it could have went a different way. If you ask me, at the end of the day, um, could we win a different route? Yes, I feel like we could have. Could things went off different? Yes, I feel like we could have went off different. If you ask me, that's just things I feel like we could have went a different way with this. I just want them to be. I would guess successful. When it comes to Browns, I think the ceiling is going to be very high if Sanders does um start. I think that's something that we have to take a look at right off the bat. When it comes to Sanders, I think Sanders will be the one that we'll definitely have to look at the end of the day. If you ask me, um, I think that's something that we definitely have to keep in mind. But like I say, that's the wide receiver they did get. Now the Bears did go get a safety. The Bears, once again, I don't know. They might know something we don't know. They might trust the team they already got. I was saying that they probably do need a wide receiver. Tyreek is still out there. Odell is looking for a spot. It seems like he wants to go back to New York. I don't know why my mind just slipped me. New York Giants. That seems like where he wants to go, but we'll have to see. Right here, Texas. Boom, we're back in it. Georgia Tech. They went 26. They got offensive guard. I do like this. You do need that protection for your quarterback. I do like that move from them. I think that's something that they need to do or got to do once it comes down to it. So we'll just have to see at the end of the day when they go how they're gonna go. If you ask me, that's something that I want to definitely see from them. So we'll definitely have to see how that will go at the end of the day with those guys there. Let's see here. What do we got? Who else we got? Like I say, the Bears are really something that I need to see. Now, the Miami Dolphins did give them a cornerback from San Diego State. Like I say, the Miami, I wouldn't say they did bad, but they didn't do some stuff that I didn't suspect. I think they're just testing the waters out, seeing how the year is going to go for them, how things are going to go for them, and where they're going to go for them. So I think that's something that we all have to see and see where it's going to go for them right now. So I think that's something that we all will have to see as we get into this NFL season with the teams that are going into the NFL season. um, we're back at the New England, and man, you talking about some teams that having some problems. New England, I know y'all are hearing about the stuff that's going on with the coach, and I mean, I don't think, and this is why I listen, but one thing I can say, New England is used to being in situations like that. They still will win. So this is not tricking me. I'm not saying don't put them on the money line because they got things going on. We knew about Flakegate. We knew about all this stuff where they were saying they was filming and recording people trying to learn to play. So this is something that when it comes to New England, that doesn't shock me. I think by New England having these problems, that's not going to stop them from, going into the season and something happens. So I can see this happening. I can see them, maybe going into this a different way. We I think we have to see where is it going to go, how is it going to go, and who they're going to have when it comes down to it. If you ask me, I think this is one thing we have to keep in mind that as we get into this season, we're going to see a lot of teams, a lot of people just do some things that we haven't never seen a lot of people do, and I think that's one thing we will definitely see as we get into this NFL season right now. So I think that's something that we'll have to keep in mind, guys. So let's look out for that. Um, we're back at Kansas City, getting a Clemson player, Woods, from defensive tackle. Um, I do like um, this um, this pick here, a phenomenal pick, if you ask me. Um, I think I think that this is something that we all will probably be looking out for as we go along. Like I say, hey, um, the the um, the Kansas City, they did the same thing. They was building off that that defense and just making sure that hey, we're here to stay. So that's something that you want to see as we go along in the NFL. So we'll definitely have to see how they're going to go, when it's going to go, and how is it going to look as we get closer to the season of the NFL season. So, and then here, I love this pick from um, the Jets. I forgot he was on the board, and I was like, but I'm looking at his grade, and I was like, this is someone I kind of was like wanting to go to the Browns too to see how that would play out. I wouldn't mind seeing it if you ask me. Seeing how that was going to go. Um, and seeing how that would have played out. I think that's something that would have been great. The Jets, this was another great move from them. I do give them that. So I do like that move from them. Shouts out to the Jets for making that move. Shouts out to the Jets doing that. Like I said, I think it's still going to be quarterback. I think quarterback is going to be the one key thing that keeps them from having those problems. And here we go again, the Titans. I do like this edge. I was hearing a lot about this flat kid. He went down a little low. He's at 31. But his grade is 87. He was overall um he was overall at 87. His overall is 25, so not too bad. And the last but not least, which we knew, because if you win the Super Bowl, you you have a good record, you're going to get the last pick, and it was the Seattle Seahawks. They went and got the other Notre Dame running back, Price. Um, I haven't heard too much about him. Only one I was hearing about was the one that went to the Cardinals. He's got an 83, so that's not too bad. But he's ranked 53 overall. So hey, who knows with that today? So we'll have to see where we go from there. So as we get back into some more stuff here, I think some more things we got going on is um let's see guys what we got here. I think like I say the second I think the second and third round. Let's go. Can I pull up this second round real quick? Because I want to show you guys. Yeah, let's go second round real quick. Of the so 49ers wouldn't have got them a wide receiver. I am hearing news about I did hear a little news about um Jerry Judy. Um, I think he went to go visit someone. I'm going to look it up real quick, guys, and give y'all my thoughts about that. I'm trying to see when did the quarterback for Carolina go. Okay, Cardinals. Cardinals went in the second round. They went and got it. The Texas A&M player. He's the offensive guard. Um, Buffalo finally had got on the board. They was in the second round. They went and got Clemson, the edge protector. Ohio State went and got a defensive tackle. I mean, Texas got the Ohio State player, the defensive tackle. New York went and got a Tennessee, a cornerback. Like I say, they was building defense. I have realized in this draft, I will not be surprised if New England has. I mean, the Giants have um, a great defense. They're probably going to have one of the best defenses, if you ask me, in the NFL. So that's something that I think we all have to are going to have to be looking out for, or on the lookout for, if you ask if you ask me, in the NFL. That's something I did realize. I'm really looking out to see how the defense. So the Raiders are back on the board. They went ahead and got them somebody on defense because they said, "Hey, we got our offensive guy." And I do like this pick for the Browns. We got another wide receiver from Washington, Boston. I mean, like I say, wasn't some of the guys I would like to see him with. He's at an 87 grade. He had his overall is 23. So that's something that I think we all wanted to see from them. So definitely something that I wanted to see, but I don't know if we'll see that with some of the guys that we are seeing as we go along this season. Um, you got the Cardinals. I mean, Kansas City. They went and got them an edge in that second round. Looks like Miami's was still trying to work on that the linebacker, so they was trying to really work on their like I say, defensive offensive lines from Miami. So I think that's something Miami was mostly, from what I seen, seems like they was most concerned on. If you ask me, I think that's something that we I there's no way. I'm looking at this team like there's no way Carolina, I mean not Carolina, but Miami can win um, the Super Bowl. There's no way, and if they pull it off, it'll be one of the most. I mean, people will probably start calling it rigged. I think the NFL people will probably start watching it if they do. I do like this move from the Saints, from out of Georgia's defensive tackle. I do like this move too from Saints. They went. He's the second round. He went the second round at number 10. I do like that move from them. I'm looking down here at Lions. Like I say, Lions was just trying to build defense and defense too. I think that's something that they maybe feel like they were struggling in. As you see, they went defensive end here. No, the edge. My bad. I was looking at something there. My bad. Edge. They went an edge out of Michigan, Moose. So I do like that. The Ravens was doing the same thing too. The Ravens seemed like they probably was saying to themselves they don't need much of anything. So that's something that I think people will have to keep looking out for or looking into to just see where they're heading, like where their head was at in the whole thing as we went along in the season. So that's something that I think we can keep looking at as we look into this season. Um, let's look at one more. Let's look at some more here as before we get down to our last hour. Because I knew the Cardinals got the quarterback, but I guess he went in a later round. The Lions, they're still. I think we read them. The Falcons are on here. Um, They went and got somebody on defense. So they got a defensive player out of Clemson. Um, I I think that's something that they can improve on too. I think defenses is something definitely Atlanta can improve on. Will it be enough? Like I say, on paper we have to see. It's a lot of these teams. I got question marks at, and we're going to keep question marks on them. I think this is one team, Atlanta. They got a new coach. Supposed to be coach of the year. Um, we'll have to see. I hear a lot of people, the Browns, saying that they need to the Browns need to trade the quarterback. I think it's Dylan. I think that's his name, the one that was started before Sanders. Um, but no, the Browns is actually keeping him. Actually, the Browns have like four different quarterbacks, so that's crazy. That way they're gonna do it. I think I'm stuck, guys. Um, no, I'm not stuck. Okay, it was just I was frozen for a while. But yeah, but so I think that's something we have to keep looking out for. I do like this move from the Colts. The Colts went and got them a linebacker. I think the Colts have been doing some quiet stuff too. I think I worry about the Colts is who are this is another team I'm worried about who they're gonna throw it to. I'm not gonna lie, I would not be surprised if the Colts have a bad season, guys. They might because they were so good when they started off, they might come out and be not so good this year. It will not shock me. And I love the Colts. Colts is one of my another one of my favorite teams. I love the Colts. I love the Eagles. I love the 49ers because my tribal chief loves the 49ers. As you can see, I have Roman Reigns in my back with the old title, not the one he has now. Because I love the undisputed title. And no disrespect, Roman, you're gonna probably do some great things with that world title. But I'm just not a fan of the design. Still not, and it's on him. I mean, it looks good on him, but it's just not a good fan. I'm not a fan of that title. If it was any title I wanted to get and I wanted to purchase, it would be the undisputed one. I just love it to death. Has that unique, beautiful design to it. But back to our program here. Just had to talk about a little of the wrestling here. I'm trying to see and I see the Bears here. They went and got them a corner, a center. So that's interesting. I don't know. I think they got another center. So because I think one of their other centers either was released or went somewhere else. And I think that's something else I'm worried about when it comes to the Bears because that's someone who has to get used to Williams calling in the huddle and calling once he's hiking the ball. There can be miscommunication there. There can be a lot of things that can go wrong there. So that kind of worries me when it comes to the Bears. Like I say, I want the Bears to have a great season. They was maybe one of those teams that was so explosive. I don't want the Bears to have a bad team. I know the Bears are getting ready to get a new stadium. I know they're gonna go out and do some new stuff with things. So I'm waiting to see um, is they going to come out and be that same team. Would I be shocked if they're not? Yes. Would I be shocked if there still is? No, because I feel like they had such a good year. They still need something to prove. Especially like next year, I think Kansas City will definitely be back. Um, will the Bears maybe skip this year and then next year we'll have that great season where it's this good season where Kansas City and the Bears that's who it could be next year. It could be Kansas City and the Bears next year, but I want the Bears to do it this year because they did so well last year that they have to do well this year. I just the expectations are going to be high, especially for Bears fans. Um, I'm looking at the Browns. They went and got them a safety. So hey, shouts out to them. That's maybe a good move on them there. Let's see. We got a tight end for Houston. I love this linebacker they got for Tennessee Titans. I guess the guy from Miami went. late round because I seen it. So I don't see it in the second round. That's why I went to the second round. Yeah, I don't see the Cardinals on here. Let's go to round three. He was what round did he fall? Oh, okay. He was in the third round. And Blake, um, yeah, this guy played for Miami. I'm trying to see, was he the one that took us to that championship last year? Because I think it was a different quarterback. I think he still was in Miami, or he probably was the one. It don't say on here, so I don't see it. They don't got him graded very high. He did pretty good with the with Miami Hurricanes. I did like some of his stuff that he did with them. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I did like that. I just I don't I do like this for the Cardinals because at least they have something, someone. I think this could help them out because like I was telling you guys, they need something. They needed something or someone, and I said immediately it has to be someone. Someone has to be the one to be their quarterback. And yeah, it wasn't this guy. It was it was just I think a lot of people don't think that this will be the guy, but it could be. We don't know. I think this does this make the Cardinals a little better? Yes, but not. I wouldn't say they're going to go out there and probably win a lot of games, but I think they're going to probably run more. I wouldn't lie to you guys. I would probably put the Cardinals down for a lot of running when they get to the the season because they might run the ball way more than everything. He fell in. He went to third place. I knew that I seen it. I just didn't know where it was at. So I was like, man, where is this Blake at? And I mean, the Cardinals needed it. They needed a quarterback. I said it. Um, one else out there, unless the Browns are really going to move on Sanders. I would love to see, and I kept saying, hey, this might be the only way we can get. I would love to see Marvin Harrison and Sanders play together. They are both, kids that come from phenomenal players. I think they both understand. They both have a tip on their shoulder. I think Sanders and Harris will gel way together, very well together. If you ask me, we're down to our last 30-minute mark. We're down to the 30-minute mark. Like I said, once again, let's take a little time out, guys. If you're new here, shouts out to the 253 people. Thanks to everyone on the DWE team for reposting the live. Shouts out to you, Final Boss Baby, for stopping through and saying football. Let me see if I can get your comment up here. Okay, there we go. Stopping by. Appreciate you. I did see you retweet. Shouts out to Greg, man. Greg be out there grinding, retweeting the space. Shouts out to you, Reggie. I did see you retweet the space when I looked at retweet the live when I did look at my phone for a little while. And shouts out to the newcomer who came through, Nathan, um, on YouTube. So shouts out to you, Nathan. And thanks for subscribing to us on YouTube. Because that means you're on our YouTube and you're subscribed to it. It could be someone I seen when I was at my job one time, or someone's fun about see. We always be talking to people say, "Hey, man, would you like to subscribe to our YouTube?" So shouts out to you. Once again, like shouts out to all the people who are on DWE, the DWE crew. Once again, shouts out to the Golden Boys, CJ, EVP. Shouts out to After Slam Podcast. Shouts out to our new our new person that's on the team. The Smoke Session podcast that's on now Wednesday. It will be debuting tomorrow, first time ever on DWE TV. Shouts out to that, guys. They did do the rundown, so if you guys missed that, I think it will be one of the most entertaining shows. And then, hey, you guys are gonna have us on Saturday, so we got a lot of great shows. When it comes to doing interviews with the IWC or doing interviews with the indie wrestlers from Canada, you can go check out After Slam podcast. He does that on Fridays and Sundays. Fridays he does it around, I say, about 1 o'clock through 4 o'clock time-ish. I'll say about around that time. On Sundays he does it on at 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you can catch him on those 2 days. Now, CJ, our Golden Boy EVP, you can catch him. He starts off with Sunday Scoops on Sundays. That comes on at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch him Monday, 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for that Monday Night Raw. You catch him again. It's sort of a late night. I wouldn't say late night, but he comes on like 10:30. So it's in that late night, slot. He comes on for NXT recap. So guys, go check that out. And then turn around again. He comes on Thursday night, 10:30 again for TNA recap, where he recaps TNA. Then he turns around again Friday and does WWE SmackDown on Friday recaps. And then you can catch me here. I will be back now every Tuesday, 6 o'clock p.m., giving y'all the rumors, the thoughts of what I thought about NFL, what I'm thinking about news. I'm going to give y'all news. I'm going to give y'all signings. I'm giving y'all releases. We haven't even talked about that. So Thursday, we still got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to cover because I missed a couple days. So Thursday, we got still a lot to talk about because we're still talking about draft right now. So I'm going to still touch on the draft and give y'all guys, because I really want to give y'all guys my thoughts about what I thought about the draft. And then we're going to talk about some signings, releases here, probably clear today as we are getting down to our last little bit of time we have left with you guys. And you can catch me again Thursday, like I said before, 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, NFL, inside the NFL Mind of Miami with me as your host. And guess what? Not in, because when the season starts, you will get me on Thursday before those Thursday games come on. Long as it's not a morning game, guys. If it's a morning game, that would be probably the only time you will not get inside the mind of Miami, because we will talk about bets, slips, and just talk about the game before it comes on and see what I want to pick y'all brain. I want to see y'all pick my brain and see, what I got right, what I didn't get right. When we get to that next second, I say week 2, I will give y'all my top 5 teams. I will give y'all my game of the week on that Thursday. So it will be a fly. I will give y'all my game of the week. It will be really cool. A really different type of inside the mind of NFL Mind of Miami on Thursday. So, and that probably be the name of the show, because it will be on Thursday. And you guys can catch us once the season starts. If you guys are going to miss me, guess what? Tuesdays, 6 o'clock p.m., CJ takes the slot back of the NFL recaps. Really, he's the birth of inside the mind of Miami, because he had to step out for a while. So I was like, somebody was like, hey man, keep doing the sports stuff, and I was like, well, I don't want to do the recap. So I was like, well, hey, I'll do the inside of mine. And you guys loved it, and I brought it back, and we're going to keep it. I want to keep the train rolling, so I'm glad you guys are liking it. So you guys can catch me, like I say, Thursday. And if you want to catch me and my co-host, Final Boss Baby, the uncut, unreal stuff that we talk about on the about wrestling, we give y'all guys our raw thoughts about the wrestling week. It could be news. It could be stuff that came out. It could be about stuff that happened on Raw, stuff that happened on SmackDown. You will get all of that. Our thoughts on DWE Radio, 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Or we'll give y'all guys our thoughts. Sometimes we come on a little later. It depends on our schedule, but we come on every Saturday. You can see us every Saturday. Sometimes we come on earlier than Saturday. Last week, you guys missed it. We had 2 shows. I think that was the first time we actually had 2 shows for DWE in 1 week. And this past week, I think it was yesterday or Monday, me and Final Boss has had our 1-year anniversary of going live on YouTube. So we might celebrate that this Saturday. So thank you guys for joining us on this ride when we first started doing the lives for YouTube. And man, we've came so far. We've got CJ joining us. Now Greg has a show on Monday. I meant to say that Greg does have a show on Monday, and he has a new co-host, Kyle the Man Anthony. They will be doing the rundown, which the smoke session did step in and hold it down for them because Greg wasn't feeling good, but hopefully he'll be feeling good this Monday. If not, we'll get smoke session too. Just playing. I'm playing, y'all. But hopefully he should be good. But he doing this the rundown 7:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a 1-hour show. They'll be running down the card, giving y'all guys the thoughts about what they think is going to happen, giving y'all guys the thoughts about just what they feel about how the match is going to go, what's going to maybe go down, just giving you those hypotheticals and what could happen and possibilities of things they will suspect to happen on Raw. So shouts out to them. Shouts out to the rundown, man. They're on their they're only going to be on their 4th episode. They only missed 1 episode, and that was episode 3. And so far the train is still rolling with them. So shouts out to those guys over there. Let's get back into this draft talk that we was talking about here on Inside the NFL Mind of Miami. That's me. Y'all know your host. That's what we do, baby. And like I say, shouts out to everyone in here. 256 people, man. DWE, man. Shouts out to DWE TV. We're live on DWE TV, and we're live on YouTube, and we're live on Twitch, and we're live on X. If you want to follow me on X, that's Miami the Great 305 on X. And guess what? If you're live and you're tuning in to us on the Talk It Up podcast, yes, the main podcast that's on of the DWE TV, that's the main channel right there. Go follow us on X. That's Talk It Up podcast on X. And if you want to find us on Twitch, that's DWE Radio all together. You can go search it. It will pop up. Please go follow us over there. You will never miss a show by being on Twitch with us if you want to follow your favorite 2 co-hosts and hosts, me and Final Boss, baby. We're always live on there. Or sometimes you might see after the slam. You might see CJ, the Golden Boy. You never know. You got to go over there and follow the page. It's always someone that's a surprise. And we never let you down like the WWE did. And if you want to check us out, which I'm live here right now on YouTube for the first time, because I wanted to test it out. And hey, we actually got a comment for YouTube. So I might add the little sports in there here and there. But we're live on YouTube. Go subscribe to Talk It Up Podcast on YouTube. Shouts out to everyone who's been following us for a whole year. I think we're like at 657 people. We really put in a lot of grind. We got 750 something shorts on there. So we got a lot of shorts. We got a lot of videos, live videos. We got a lot of regular videos on there. So if you want to go comment and like and give us your thoughts, go over there, give us your thoughts. We'll like it. And sometimes you'll get a reply back, when I go in there and I reply to you guys because I love replying to you guys. I love hearing your thoughts, and check us out over there. So we are live on those platforms. Let's get back over here to this draft before we get to our last couple minutes. We're down to 20 minutes, guys. Like I say, the draft was really decent, a decent draft. I'm sitting here looking at some more things. Like I say, the splash page was in the first and second round. If you ask me, I think the one that sticked it out most was the third pick for the Cardinals. Like I say, we did say, could this get them over the hump? Maybe. I think that's something that we'll have to see. And I think with our news here, I'm already NFL draft pick. I think this is probably no, it's actually okay. No, it says Jay is the NFL draft favorite draft pick. Five players from every round who fit well within their new team, and they're already saying Cooper Jr. is a great fit for um, Jersey. I'm surprised he went third in the second round. No, no, no. He went. I think he went third in the first round. I think they're saying Mason Thompson in the second round went the second round. It says um Corey Penitence went on day three. So I guess those are like their people that they have in the thing. It says draft first round, third most watched, down from 25. Let's see. Let's go check this out real quick, guys. Let's see what we get. We got something? Nope. I don't know what we're doing. Is we loading? Yep, we're loading. Let's go check this out. Let's look at it says the NFL's first round average was three 13.2 million views, which I mean, hey, I'm not surprised. I think that was the most um expectation draft. I even watched draft, and I usually don't watch the draft. I would like I say I wanted to do a watch party. I got to do one with you guys. I definitely want to do this year because that's something that I wanted to do. Because like I say, it gives me that information to help us out as we go along on doing the bets of this season and picks for this season. I think that's something that will definitely help us going along as we get on into the year of what we do. It says views. It says views down from last year. Um, let's see. So I don't know what the views down from last year. So it says it was the third most first round record behind 2020. The audience was back then 15.5 million. And last year it was 13.6 million. Because I think it was a lot of expectations on this class. Great class. I'm really wondering how Nation is going to be. I think Nation is going to be big because if I'm not mistaken, I think the Paytons, the Pat come out, and I think he's going to be probably most watched. I think next year could do well. Um, I don't think that one is in DC. I think the one in 28 is in DC. I don't know where the one is at next year. I could be wrong. When we um, get into more of the talk of what's going on, I, I think the way they're going with everything, so I think a lot of people were suspecting a lot of people to land somewhere. I think a lot of people want to see. where most of these Ohio State players were going to go. I'm pretty sure we already knew where Mendazzle was going to go. So I think they should, if a lot of people, a lot of these teams play the way they play, they can do it again. And they probably will do more as they go along. It says the attendance record was 805 million in Pittsburgh across the 3 days. Okay, so all together 3 days. That's how much they had in 3 days. So hey man, I think and that's good. I mean people came back the second day and the third day, which is that's good because I think most people was just suspecting the first day, first round, but I think people was coming just to see how their teams were going to vary throughout the week. I think a lot of people are suspecting this year, and I was saying it once I started the show, guys. I want it not today, but I'm saying once I started inside the NFL Mind last year, we didn't start getting. We started off, it was good, and then it just felt flat until we got to the playoffs, and it was like, man. And I know that's what the NFL wants, but I think, I guess, as me as a fan, I want that to be out throughout the year where people are competing because we got. I think the main objective is, hey, we have to at least win to get to the playoffs. Once we get to those playoffs, we're gonna start balling even more. We'll crank it up a little more, and I think I want a few teams to be that mentality and just go out and play. I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking at. I love the Titans. I love the Saints this year. I still love the. I'm not counting out the Rams, even though they got some stuff going on. I'm not gonna count out the Patriots. I know they got stuff going on too. Things are going on behind the scenes, but hey, I'm not counting them out. I'm hoping for the Bears too. I'm really got some great expectations for the Bears, but I just have to see. I can't forget about Green Bay. I can't forget about the Washington Commanders. I keep telling everyone I love the way the Commanders are. My Eagles, I'm feeling a little better, but I still want to see what are we going to do with Brown. If we keep them, I think we might still can be I, but I think it's going to be something there because I already know Brown's going to feel some type of way because we just, drafted Lemon, and I think that's going to probably be a issue and a problem as we go along into the year of the NFL. But great numbers from everyone. If you ask me, I think this is something that we will could probably continue to see long as people the college guys play the way they've been playing. So shouts out to them. Let's see. Let's look at some more stuff before we get up out of here, guys. We got some more free agents, so let's look at some free agency real quick. Here, as we going to take a look at the free agent category. Do we got it up? I think it's up. It's coming up real quick. It's a little slow there. Okay, it's up. Okay. I was just wondering because I was like, why is it not pulling up? So we got to get my other. What's the name here? Okay, let's look down. Where is that? And let's go. I'm gonna go free agent tracker, I guess. Let's go free agent tracker. Maybe that's what I gotta go to. Let's go to free agent tracker because I want to see who all. I think we see a few potential great players out there. I have seen a lot of of guys doing some looking around and moving around to try to get them a place to be on a team, which I'm not surprised. Once you once you get that placement in the in Miami are probably a concern maybe. So being picked up from anyone, and I think just because he had that ACL injury is a thing, a reason why he still is on the list. But let's take a look at it real quick. It says the 2026 NFL free agent here, and that's Shepherd guys. Um, that we see, we already know about. We knew about the Matt Cosby thing. What happened with the Ravens? That's still probably quite wild. Williams going to the Dolphins. I think that was maybe probably. I would say maybe one of the craziest ones. This was someone that people wanted. I did hear Brown saying, some people from Browns were saying, "Oh, we should get him and do better than Sanders." I don't know. Um, I don't know too much about the guy. We'll see. I mean, he has a he has enough to be decent, and I think if he shows that he can work with what he got, I think Miami will start building around him. I don't think he's gonna go out there in for love. He had a few great throws, so that's something that we'll have to see. I think Williams can be a great asset for Miami. They still have their run game. They did pull a couple of wide receivers from out the draft. I think they did well for us line. I think they was most worried about defense when it came to Miami. I think that's one of the most things when we looked at Miami. I think Mike Evans, I keep forgetting that he's now with the San Francisco 49ers. That still worries me because we know how they can get all the way to the end and then their players get injured. Either they're cursed or there is something going on with their facility. But they say, hey, there's there was nothing wrong with their facility. They say the facility is good to go. So that's something that we have to see as we go along in this NFL season here. So that's something we have to see. It says the linebacker for the defensive lineman Adams was re-signed. So look at that. It says Woods, um, Woodyard was re-signed. Says the Lions re-signed um, Adams, the defensive line. They re-signed him May the 19th. So that was May. You got a re-signing of Pepper. He was signed on the 19th. You got Pepper was signed to resign from the was actually signed to the Dolphins. He's a he was resigned, so he was resigned. You got the Eagles. They had agreed to return with their. It looks like running back. It says Price. Here, so they and to a 1 year deal. So they look like they resigned. He was on. I guess he was on a free agency. Eagles again back with a tight end. I think I did see this. And I was really kind of wondering. I think we did talk about this about the tight end that came from the Jets. He's only signed 1 year, and I think it's because we signed our other tight end. I think he's only signed for 1 more year. So who's going to be the best tight end to try to be a little try to take this, I would say, the Cowboys way, where they kind of take where they're not trying to pay who can pay the cheapest on the dollar. But and the thing is that I don't understand. They pushed up the um what's not signing. I didn't want to say signing bonus, but the draft capital That's what the draft significantly. So I sometimes I just don't understand why. But I mean, you got to save money because you're paying other people, other players. So I kind of understand that. We did hear about some things about the Eagles quarterback, and I think freeing up Brown trade. I don't think they're actually going to get someone from the New England. I think they just want to do a trade and get a pick, and that's it. They probably get a fourth or fifth rounder, maybe. I don't know. Um, I don't think it probably a second rounder. It could be a third. With this draft, you can still have a good pick in the third round or someone near D. Keep that note. So if that's what they're going to go, that's what they're going to go for. We're down to a couple more minutes, guys. We're down here to the last little minutes, but Broncos signed. Um, they signed someone for special teams here. So and that was back May 19th. I think that's maybe something we talk about because we were back doing the show around May. I'm trying to see. It doesn't look like it's anything new here, guys. So I think there's still a lot of people on the market. If you ask me, yeah, the last time we got someone was made at 19, and I think the reason why because I think after the draft you'll start seeing. I think probably after this week or next week you'll probably start seeing people probably pick up a lot of free agents. You'll probably see them through the season. Sometimes you just see it. Sometimes the season you still have that one good player on the off. Um, but like I said, guys, thank you guys. We are here down to our last litty gritty. We still got a lot of more to talk about as we go into Thursday. So if you guys want to join me again on Thursday, please join me on Thursday. That will be 6 o'clock p.m. We'll be back on the season star, guys. So be look out for that. We'll talk about some signings, releases. We got it too. I think we already covered most of the draft, so I will take that off of that. I think I gave y'all guys my thoughts about the draft. I really wanted to talk to you guys about the draft, so this is the cover today. I think this Thursday we'll talk about some news that came out on Shepherd's page, some signings and stuff on the page. So I think that's something we will definitely want to not miss. And we'll talk about a lot of minicamp. Talk about minicamp because minicamp is starting now. The draft is over. I think we'll keep an eye. I think we'll keep minicamp. I watch it. Give y'all guys news about what's going on with minicamp. Shouts out to everyone who's in here. 200 where you want to follow me. If you guys ever want to reach out to me and get pick my brain, you can hit me up on the on X. That's Mind the Great 30. Always looking for people for content creators. If you ever want to join the team, as you can see, the team is growing now, and that's something I'm very happy about and proud of. DWTV now is now bigger than ever. We have a lot of shows. Now we're Sunday through Saturday now. We finally filled that Wednesday slot. Even though next week's we'll have a doubleheader because CJ will go live on Wednesday, and then we'll have the smoke session on Wednesday. But like I say, if both shows are on at the same time, guess what? You can follow the Talk It Up page, one will be on that page, and you can follow my page, Miami the Great 305, and the person will be live on that page. So if you are into if you're into predictions, you can go chill with CJ and the crew. Most of the special guests he has on. If you're interested in seeing what the smoke session got going on, you can probably come on my page. It'll probably be vice versa, however we do it. But hey, you have to put us on notifications to see. So go and follow those two pages, Miami the Great 305, and also go follow Talking Up Podcast. We're live right now on Twitch. That's DWE Radio, all put together on Twitch. Go give us a follow on Twitch, and we're live for the first time ever on YouTube. Shouts out to everyone who stopped by. Comment. Everything is on YouTube. I'm going to drop some shorts for inside the Nflmind. I put a little shorts for the guys that did the show on Tuesday. We'll do some more shorts for the guys on there. You can go see CJ shorts. He has them on his page. That's the EVP channel. You can go to if you want to go watch some After the Slam podcast shorts. That's on After the Slam podcast YouTube too. Shouts out to everyone. Glad to have all the guys on the board. And catch me again Thursday. I will see you guys Thursday, 6 o'clock p.m. Hey, come back, chill with CJ, EVP, 10:30 tonight for NSC. Already, CJ, if you can't catch it, if you miss anything, guess what? Come back and chill and see what happened with CJ. He will be going live here later on, 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Catch you guys. Peace, love, and always remember, you are someone no matter what no one tells you. And guess what? They're hosts, Miami the Great, and we are the only ones. And we'll see you guys later. Catch you guys. We are out. Let me do my outro. See, I'm supposed to have my outro video ready. Got so many shows. Everybody got an outro.
Hey, okay, let it be known. I'm working hard when I ain't on the phone. This ain't a hoe, this ain't a foe. Grind never stopping, I'm keeping it cold. Unlocking the door.